Hello, we are here to do multi-step factoring. Now, don't be afraid by multi-step. That word kind of sounds a little bit scary. Really, these are only two-step problems. And the two steps that we are always going to do is the first step is we are going to do greatest common factor. And then the second step, we are either going to do difference of squares or we are going to complete some product. Only one or the other there. So let's do one example before we try some practice problems. When I look at this problem and I'm told to factor, I should always try to do greatest common factor first. So I'm going to find out what do these two terms have in common and pull that out. So what can both the number 12 and 27 be divided by? Well, each of them could be divided by the number 3. Also, each term has one x in common. I could take at least one x away from both terms. So I'm going to divide everything by 3 and take an x out of each term from the original problem. So if I look at the first term, I take 12 divided by 3 gives me 4, and I'm taking one of the x's away. 27 divided by 3 gives me 9, and I'm taking the x away. So, at this step, all I have done is completed the GCF. Now, what I need to decide is could I go one step further? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look inside these parentheses, and I'm going to see if I could do difference of squares or if I could do some product. Well, because inside these parentheses I see a binomial with a subtraction sign, I know that that needs to be difference of squares. If it was a trinomial, that's how I would know it was some product. So I am going to break down what's inside these parentheses into two different binomials using my difference of squares skill. So looking at the first term, take the square root of each side. And remember, one needs to be a plus and one needs to be a minus sign. Now the only thing I have to do is bring down my GCF along with my problem. And this would be my entire full factored answer. I completed the GCF first, and after that I did difference of squares. So here are 3 practice problems. All of these you're going to need to do GCF first, and then you're either going to do some product or difference of squares second. Please pause the video and try these 3 problems on a separate piece of paper. Then restart the video to check your answers.